Saturday morning. We're here again. Good morning. So, I'm happy you're here. I just read that, I've been calling these in my own mind, these classes, these Saturday morning YouTube classes, the COVID episodes. And I just read that stadiums are going to open soon and concert venues are going to open soon, as in, maybe 2 weeks from now, and how we are in this fast moving opening. And I've wanted to extract what it is that I've received from this last year, however challenging it may have been, so that we use the word elixir in the early texts, use that word a lot. That stays with me like an elixir, like it infuses my actions going forward. And I have this word that I looked up a few months ago, and I just want to share it with you because for some reason it really touches me this morning. The word is encourage, and it comes from the old French word, it's gonna be ugly, okay. Encourager. There's a bunch of you who can say this better than me, meaning make strong and hearten, to hearten. When you encourage the tomato plants in your garden, you water them to promote their growth and health. It also means to inspire with hope, like when you encourage your friends to try out for the school play by complimenting their singing and acting talents. And I love that because I feel as though we used to call this teaching yoga, and maybe there's some teaching going on, but over the last year, it's felt to me more like I've wanted to provide a space to encourage all of us to keep going and bring our very best selves to whatever individual challenges we might have had. And all of those have been so different, haven't they? And I hope that we have time to talk about what it was like for each of us, because so much went on, in person. So much went on that it was incredible. And I hope we'll continue to learn and take the elixir of our personal experience right out into our life. And I want to mention too that by you being with me, what you've done is you have encouraged me to keep going and digging and bringing more of myself to the practice than I would have on my own. And it's been a beautiful thing. And I say that because I have a feeling that pretty soon we're not going to be doing this exactly this way. I have a feeling that pretty soon we're going to be live again. And I haven't formally figured out when we close this experience, but it's coming soon. And I just want to thank you for spending your Saturday mornings diving into yourselves and extracting whatever is valuable to take out into your life. Okay? So I wanted to say that. Oh, okay. And why don't we get to the mat? It'll be useful to have a strap and 2 blocks if you have them. If you don't, no worries. Why don't we start on our backs? Just lying back, and we'll bring the knees into the chest. Good. Give ourselves a hug. And we'll just just roll side to side, and we might just spend a few moments here considering the people and situations that did occur in the last year that encouraged us to bring a little bit more. You may be a teacher yourself, or you may work in the medical profession, and all the quiet ways in which the world supported you, we might have just not noticed before. We'll take the left leg long, draw the right thigh in, pushing out through the left heel. And you'll notice maybe the lumbar spine is all the way down on the ground. See if you can make that happen. It's easier with an empty belly, drawing navel in towards spine and feeling as though the pelvic floor is lifting a little bit. That's going to be useful for a little later. And then let's switch. Left knee draws in. Right leg long. You feel how the outer hips, they move in toward each other slightly, and let the back of the shoulders sink. Inhale, exhale, both knees in. Place the feet on the floor. Send your arms wide so they're like goalposts. And let the legs travel out to your left. Push off the ball of the right foot any amount. And we can turn the head to the right. Just feeling the breath. And gradually make our way back up, switching sides. It's the Saturday morning open slowly routine. Pushing off ball of left foot any amount. Good, and then we come back. And go ahead, send your left leg long again. Draw the right thigh in. Feel navel to spine. And then twist to the left and push as if you're pushing through really muddy water. Push the right leg out to the left. Yeah. Lengthen through both legs any amount. Now you could keep the right knee bent. It doesn't need to be straight. But we're feeling this twist, and we're feeling how we're drawing the right shoulder blade toward the floor. And we're also we're imagining that great assist where the teacher comes along and they pull the hip away from the rib cage. And then back to neutral position, coming to the other side now. Yep, make it your own. Drawing the left shoulder blade down. Inner thighs draw together. Outer hips squeeze a little bit. Couple more breaths. And slowly make your way back up. Now from here, would you bring the knees back in? Take a happy baby, grasping the outside of the ankles or the feet. Draw the thighs down. And the shoulder blades are heavy. And the toes widen, and you push through the balls and straighten the legs any amount wide. They do not need to go straight. We just want to wake up the fabric on the back of the legs. Shoulder girdle is heavy. Yes. And inhale here. Exhale, slowly bend to the knees, and we'll roll a few times. So if it's not comfortable to roll, come up to the side. But let's see how smooth we can make this roll. So rounding the spine. And when you come up, see if you can rest on the sit bones for a moment and draw the thighs in close. How close can they come? Then push the arms away. Good. You probably have an ankle crossed. Cross the other ankle now. And again, roll. I tend to exhale back. Inhale forward. That creates a little more of a launch. And last one here. Good. And then draw thighs in close, as close as you can get, and push the arms. We did a version of this last week. Now point your toes so your legs are now right next to each other. And here you might have to exhale, draw the thighs in, exhale, draw the thighs in, exhale, draw the thighs in. Good. Then cross ankles. Take the hands to the floor and come right into hands and knees. Cat-cow. Inhale, lengthen front spine. Exhale, rounding. Yeah, all the way. Good. Inhale. Exhale. And two more. Okay, back to neutral. Sweep right arm out to the side. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, let's tuck it in underneath. The left hand can press into the floor, or you can place the left hand on top of the right hand. And you can take the left leg up and back, push through the ball of the foot, or you can slowly bring the left leg over toward the hands, drawing the sit bones back. Make it your own here, but what we're interested in is a big twist through the rib cage. I like to hold my right wrist so the whole shoulder is moving, almost like I'm taking the skin and I'm pulling back to the right a little bit. And take a few breaths here, just beginning to lengthen the breath. So we've got a steady stream to work with a little bit down the road. Left hand presses, pelvic floor actually draws up, then we come up. And let's come to the other side. Left arm. Under we come. Choose right leg back or to the side. And then you can take your shoulder, left shoulder to the right, and then pull and roll. And sneak some breath into the left rib cage. So we're opening from the inside out. Couple more breaths here. And then up we come. And let's take downward facing dog, knees bent. Push hips up and back. Good, walking back and forth a little bit. Or hips right up and back. Just make them as tall as you can. Tall hips. And take your upper arm bones and roll them out. Press into index pad, thumb pad. Feel the whole hand pressing. Inhale. Exhale, knees are bent. Step forward between your hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding forward. Let the head and neck hang here for a moment. Take your feet hip width apart. Will you send your arms back behind you? Interlace your fingers. Draw blades together and folding in. This morning's image is a stick of licorice between the shoulder blades. I don't know why, but that's what came. It's a little sticky.
squeezing. Some of you would probably prefer the pencil image. Okay, the knees are bent, the fingers graze the floor. We slowly rise up one vertebrae at a time. Send the arms up, come up onto the balls of the feet, balancing here. Pelvic floor lifts again. Good, we're steady. See if you can make yourself a little bit taller. And then slowly down we come. All right, so where I'd like to go today requires some work from the inside out again, if we're going to be honest about this. And that work will enable a little bit more opening that couldn't occur if we approach this from a purely muscular standpoint. So to begin, assuming that you have not had your pancake breakfast yet, let's bend the knees, place your hands on your thighs, and we'll work on lifting the pelvic floor up. So we'll exhale completely, and then you'll draw the pelvic floor and the navel up and back, and we're going to hollow out like a hot air balloon. And then you'll soften the belly and then inhale again. So we're getting used to this feeling of this lift because we're going to really need this lift later. All right, here we go. We inhale, exhale completely, all the way out. Keep the breath out. Suck in and up and back. Relax the belly when you need to. Inhale. Exhale again. All the way out. Pelvic floor lifts. Soften belly. Inhale. Now exhale again. All the way out. Now some of you are going to feel that as you draw the navel back, you lift your pelvic floor, you can feel a suction all the way up, literally to the throat. But don't push it. Some of you have been practicing for a while. You can try it. Soften when you need to. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good, then soften, inhale, exhale, push ground away, slowly rise, coming up to mountain pose. Noticing the breath now. So what we'd like to do as we're moving through this flow is keep this sense. I've been thinking about this image all week, the bird flying up, which they talk about with Uddiyana Bandha. We have Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor, there's a little contraction there, and lift. Uddiyana Bandha, we don't use it so much in flow, but we still want to feel as though there's this lift here. That lift from inside enables all kinds of things. So the bird flying up is this beautiful image of this lift through here. Okay, that's what we're shooting for. We come to the top of the mat, begin the practice with the Gayatri mantra. Om Bhur Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om. Just let the arms fall beside you, then inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward, out and down. Let the head and neck hang, and then hands to shins. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, palms down, step, or float back and lower down, knees and torso down, or come down the way that you do. Inhale, cobra or upward dog if you know it. And exhale, back over the toes. Good, so strong legs. And we talked a lot this year about strong back, soft front. And see if you can find that here. Hips high, long spine.
We inhale, exhale, bend your knees, look past your hands, step or float forward, then inhale, lengthening. Exhale, fold, release. Then push ground away, rise. Send the arms up. Exhale, release the arms. From here, we bring the right thigh up toward the rib cage. Let's do it without using the hands. See where the thigh will go. Right sit bone will often lift up, or the right outer hip. See if you can drop it and still draw the thigh in close. And then slowly release the foot to the floor, and let's come to the other side. Left thigh lifts up. Notice if you're holding any tension in your hands or your arms. And releasing left foot to the floor. Send the arms up again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward, out and down. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, palms down, step or float back. And lower through the way that you do, inhaling. Exhale, back. 4 breaths. And you can feel that sense of the bird flying up here, pelvic floor lifts. And just allow your breath to empty. Moving the breath mostly into the top chest area. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look past your hands, step or float forward. Then inhale, lengthening. Exhale, folding. Push ground away. Inhale, we rise. Sending the arms up. Exhale, releasing the arms. From here now, take the hands to the hips, draw the right thigh in close to the rib cage. You can feel as though you've got stones stacked right on top of one another here. So it's still mountain pose. For those who wish, can send the leg forward any amount, keeping the mountain pose. Yeah, see if we can keep the mountain pose and the sense of lift through the middle. And then release the leg. Switching, transitioning, left thigh in close. And send the left leg forward. Can we get a little bit more lift and a little more root? And slowly release. Okay, one more time. This time, Utkatasana, fingertips graze the floor. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward, out and down. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, palms down, step or float back, lowering through. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, back. 4 breaths here, steady like a mountain. One of my teachers used to call this mountain pose, actually. You notice the difference between hips to fingertips and hips to heels. Can you make that feel pretty much the same? Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look past your hands. Step or float forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding. And back to chair pose, sinking in. Slowly rise. Pause in chair. Might come down a little deeper, then set your gaze, come up onto the balls of the feet. Outer thighs, outer hips draw inward toward each other. Now, can you find that bird lifting up feeling? Or even though the breath is moving through the body, there's a lift and the breath goes into top chest on the inhale. Then we rise back up.
And we release the heels and slowly come to mountain pose. Okay, so next goes like this. Right thigh draws into ribs. Find your mountain. Find the bird. Send the leg forward. Any amount. Palms in prayer position. Then bend knee, push back. Fold forward. Steady the gaze downward into warrior three. And you could fly. Take the arms out like cactus, like a bird. Growing length along the front and the back. And then we come right back up. Draw the thigh into the ribs. Release right foot to floor. How did that go? Okay, so from here, plant into right foot, left thigh and close. Find mountain. Find the bird. Send the left leg forward. Find mountain again. Then push back. Steady the gaze. Arms could move like cactus or like wings. Breath high in top chest. Feel that subtle lift through the abdomen. Then gradually we rise back up. Thigh comes in close. Settle the foot back down. Okay, good so far? I hope things are going well over there. We'll take the palms together in a prayer position. And back to chair. Come back up onto the balls of the feet. Then slowly make your way down. Resting. Some of us might have brought the hands to the floor on the way down. Heels are high. Find that lift. Steady gaze. Slowly now, transition. Heels down, inhale, rise up. Exhale, folding forward, out and down. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, palms down. Either meet in downward dog or take a vinyasa. Yep, posture feels like the mountain. Still have the sense of lifting through the abdomen. Sweep the right leg up and back. And go ahead and stack the hips. Point the toes. Then thigh comes forward to ribs. Foot lands lightly between the hands. Back heel pivots. And we slowly come up into warrior two. Take your arms up first. Find your pelvis. Find the mountain. Then see if you can find that lift from inside. Then extend. Nothing's locked. All fluid. Maybe come down a little deeper than you might normally. And then pull the feet in toward each other. Sweep the arms up. Good. Interlace your fingers at the top, then open up the right rib cage. So we've got this big lateral stretch. Okay, then straighten the right leg. And as you send your right arm forward, it lands anywhere along that leg. Turn your humerus down, your thumb down on your left hand, and sneak it back behind your hip toward your thigh. Then initiate that same opening where we're drawing up, 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 and then turn the rib cage to the left.
Any amount. Gaze down or up. How rooted can your feet be here? Good. Slow opening through the hips. Looking for length along the spine. All right, so listen here. We're going to bend the right knee, take the fingertips to the block or to pinky toe side, a foot in front, lift left leg off. Find the lift from inside. Then bend knee and draw your foot towards your sit bone. We'll feel a little stretch along the front of the left thigh. This is a good thing. Notice if there's anywhere that's holding on tight. How fluid can we be here? It's watching the breath. Bend right knee, release foot, and gradually land. When you land your foot, turn your toes out, your heel in. And let's come right into Skandasana. It's kind of like chopping wood with the arms. And then over to the other side. May need to bring the hands to the floor, back and forth here a little bit. You can feel this posture, the feeling of heaviness in the pelvis is probably pretty real. You've still got this sense of this lift, like you've got, I always use the marionette string, but marionette strings at the pelvic floor lifting. Good, one more over to the right. And then through center, take the hands to the back of your mat now. Send your left leg up and back. You can take a vinyasa or send left leg up and stack the hips. Good, fluid body. The thigh comes in close. The foot lands lightly. The back heel pivots, and we rise. Set the arms upward first. Find the mountain pose here. Good, whole different side. Then send the arms out. Good, gentle with anywhere that feels as low, like you gotta be kidding me, what is happening here? Gentle there, tender there. Fluid. Then arms extend up, interlace, and open up left side. Open from the inside out. See how much room is in the top of the chest for the breath. Good, then rising up, releasing the arms, straighten left leg, turn thumb down, reach back and forward. Land naturally. Push the feet. Turn, 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 rib cage. As if you're kind of coaxing the organs of your body upward. Keep any trouble out of the shoulders. And you might draw the femur bones in toward the pelvis a little bit more. Where in your body could you grow a little space? We inhale here. Exhale, look down. Pinky toes side, foot in front. I should say hand in front. Then lift right leg, bend knee. Find a steady gaze and bring the heel toward the sit bone. Notice here where the breath goes. So I don't like using the term girdle, but there's a little restraint going on in the lower belly. we're purposely guiding the breath into top chest. Notice if there's any locking going on, particularly left knee, light on the fingertips. And then, without being spring-loaded, gradually land back foot. Go slow, toes out, heels in, here we go, other side. Back to the skanda business. So the lift from the pelvis. Good, couple more. And then settle in here right at the middle. First, take the arms out, so just the fingertips are on the floor. And sometimes what will happen is the first digit will come down. It'll look a little bit like that. See if you can get right on the tips. Then bend your knees and hoist your pelvis back and lift lower belly up and in. So you're still breathing, but again, it's high up in the top of the lungs. Spread your toes wide, pull them all off the floor, press into the balls of the feet. Okay, we've been playing this little game lately where we keep the fingertips on the ground and we walk the shoulders over the hands any amount, keeping the fingertips down. Go gently here. Some of us haven't really done much work with strengthening the fingers, and it's one reason I've been doing this lately. Noticing, how much weight can they take? Imagining that you've got these grapefruits to support the domes of your hands. And we've got these domes all over the body. In fact, all this work we're doing with the abdomen is about stacking domes, but feeling the lift of the domes. And right now we've got that same sense of this domes lifting through the hands. Okay, this is it. And then back we go. Take the hands to the front of the mat, the right leg back, either downward dog or lowering through. And we meet there. Find the mountain in your dog. Bend knees. And walk or float feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding. Inhale, push ground away, rise. Exhale, release the arms. Standing in mountain pose. Okay, so we've got this lift. We'll take this a little bit further now with transition weight into sole of left foot. Right thigh comes up. Right leg might extend. You might take now the right leg back behind you in Warrior 3. Folding forward, you can use your wings. Then come forward, back up, draw thigh in close, and either hold the outside of the foot or take your back of your hand around the outside of the knee and push forward. And we turn the rib cage now to the right, remembering this business of the bird flying up. Outer hips draw in. And we're just focusing here on the twist. Well, we're focusing on the balance too. And then we slowly release the right leg. So now we know what's coming. The right leg generally always takes the adventure first, doesn't it? Transition weight to right foot. Draw thigh in close. Good, straighten the leg any amount. Still in mountain. Then back behind, fold forward, steady gaze.
I'm a little pitched back here against my wall. I hope you can come to warrior three. Then slowly rise. Draw the thigh in, either around the knee or hold the foot. Extend. Drop the sit bones, but lift from the inside out as you turn and twist. Notice any locking, soften. And then gradually release. Just pause and feel. Okay, twists and turns. That's what this class should be called today. Twists and turns. So we're going to work on another twist. And I think in some respects, that one, the one we just did, is a little easier than this one. I do suggest using a block for this one. So we'll come back to the top of the mat. Let's send the arms up, sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, palms down, step back, either to downward dog, or you know what to do. Now this time, the right leg extends up and back, but we'll keep the hips level. Buoyant through the armpits, then thigh in close beside ribs. Foot lands lightly, nearly between the hands. Back heel pivots, and we come up. So in the springtime, there's a lot of twisting because we're kind of wringing out anything in there that's stuck from winter and from everything else, from life. We take the right hand back to the sacrum. We sweep the left arm up. We still have the sense of the lower ribs being in. We inhale. Exhale, reach as far forward as you can. And then hand down either on inside of foot, outside of foot, block or no block. You choose. From here now, you feel as though you've got that bird flying up, and that helps to enable the twist. So the twist happens from the inside out with this lift as we turn, turn, turn. You've got your left heel down. Right arm can extend if the shoulders are right stacked one on top of each other. Gaze can move up to the hand, which is like a wing up there. This is really a beautiful posture. It's also quite a challenging posture. But if it wasn't enough, we're going to take the gaze back down. Place your right hand back on your sacrum. Shift your block or your left hand forward so it's diagonal with your right foot. Sweep your left leg off. Then find that lift through the front of the spine. When you do that, the ribs come in naturally. You feel how navel to spine, ribs in natural. Then begin your twist. From the inside out, we turn. Don't lose the left leg. Stacking and extending if there's a stack. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Reach back through the left heel. And then lightly land your left foot. Bring your block with you. We rise up if you use the block. And we transition to the other side. And then we begin again. We know a lot about beginning again now. Press through right heel. Good. Check your joints. Nothing's holding. Then lift up. Left hand to sacrum. Right arm extends. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. As far as you can. Hand lands. Then we begin. The abdomen drawing into the spine as we turn. Moving the organs. At least we imagine that be the case. Hand can be on inside or outside. Draw your weight back into your pelvis. Left arm extends. Make your right leg as heavy as you can.
Then we look down, left hand back to sacrum, right hand to floor or block. Diagonal to left foot. Lift leg off. Check for level back there. Yeah? Push back through the heel. Then draw the ribs in. Find the lift from inside and turn. How light can you get in this pose? Light, light, light. Really, almost as if the right fingertips weren't even on the floor. Imagine that. And slowly come back down. Take right foot way back behind you. Turn, pivot, pause here. So now your hands are under your shoulders and your legs are wide. Your heels are out or your feet are parallel. Left hand under left shoulder, sweep right arm out to the side and up. And turn the organs to the right. The kneecaps lift. Then slowly draw right hand down. Take left arm out to the side. Find lower ribs again. Turn the organs. You know, some of that may be imaginary, but it doesn't matter. It's really important to have the twist get in as deep into the body as we can. Inhale, exhale, slowly lower left hand. Place the palm down. Transition your weight to your right foot and bring your left leg forward. And we sit down. Good. If we draw the thighs in close beside the ribs, wrap your hands around the elbows and squeeze the thighs in close. Okay, not so difficult here, right? Because we've got the arms. Can we send the arms forward and release them from the outside of the thighs, drawing the thighs in as close as they can be. And then gradually making our way into our boat pose. Knees can be bent, or we can straighten the legs. We can hold the thighs. Remember that fantastic song, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, which from a yoga standpoint, that life is but a dream part, well, it's probably quite accurate. And then draw thighs in close, soles of the feet go together. And as we fold forward, we'll round the back. Often we keep the back long, but we want to get like a little like a tortoise this morning. Keeping the sit bones rooted. Folding right into it. And feel your breath spread across the upper back. And then we slowly rise up. Okay, so what we've been doing is investigating. I probably don't need to tell you, but I'll tell you anyway. We've been investigating this business with the twist and the length through the legs in a variety of different planes. And we've been working progressively. So the supine plane, lying back, is the easiest. And we'll now investigate it from the standpoint of being on the hands. So you want to work quite intelligently here. And no kidding, all this business of this lift will need this. In fact, this is our gauge for how far we go. If we lose this and we feel this kind of fall, then we know that we want to do that work. This lift in here, go back to where it is that you can keep the lift.
So let's draw the legs in. Come back up onto the balls of the feet. So the game we're playing is keep that lift internally. That's how far we know we can go. Come to palms in prayer position, steady gaze. Find your mountain. Feel thighs draw in. Then palms in prayer position, cross left elbow around the right thigh. Still steady. Then dislodge your prayer and place your right elbow at your right hip. So your palms now are making their way toward the floor. And then you want to bring the left armpit as close to the outside of the knee as possible. This is going to be some of you will have this be your posture. You'll stay here. Check your lift in your abdomen. Feel that? That lift helps enable a little bit of twist. And then set your right hip down on your right elbow. If you've been practicing for a while, your right elbow might be free. You choose. Then your right ear, hopefully you're looking at your screen because your right ear is going to pull you forward so the feet come off. And see if you can find the lift again in the navel. Then lift left leg off. If you wish to go on, keep the right ear pulling and send the legs out. So the sternocleidomastoid, the big muscle along the right side of the neck, it's long right now. Pushing, 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 and feel. We've done versions of this morning. And then slowly, slowly we come back. I know from live classes together that there's a tendency to want to jump into that. And that's usually a recipe for crashing, which I don't recommend. So we have to go slow. The mind gets really concerned. So we want to slow everything down and feel the body as much as we can. We just roll the wrists, lengthen the spine, gather ourselves from the inside out. Feel mountain. Okay, you got that lift. Then palms in prayer position, cross. Bring armpit close. Turn. Find the bird. Flying up, turn, turn, turn. Then left hand down, both palms down. Hip. Sternocleidomastoid, left ear pulls. Feel your fingertips. Make contact with the ground. That's what helps keep your balance steady. Push. Go slow. Push. Lengthen. Internal dynamics. Yep. And then gradually we make our way back. Good. Then sitting down. Take legs long. Okay, how'd that go? Send me pictures. I hope it went well. From here, we'll bend right knee and draw the knee in toward the floor. Then come back up, bend left knee, and both legs over to the right, then back, and to the left. And notice that as we come back to the right, that twist can continue. It continues around so much that the right palm can come to the floor and we lift the hips up and open. Slowly come back down and over we go. Keep the twist. Left hand down, reaching up. Open stretch. All the way through the throat. And back down again. Okay, let's do that one more time. This is sort of our back bend this morning. Turn. Keep going. Turn, turn, turn. Find the lift. Explore.
you root the shins and the knees, you might find more room. And back down. Okay, twist, left hand down, up we go. Good, settling in, come right back, and let's do one forward fold here. Upavishta Konasana, widen your toes, find your mountain, keep your sit bones rooted, gradually make your way. Just watching the breath, strong legs. And here you can feel strong back from the heels all the way. Soft front. Slowly slide hands in under shoulders. We'll take one last posture. So we'll bring the right shin so that it is parallel with the top of your mat or the side of your mat. Bring your left shin in close and either cradle it or set the ankle bone down on the knee. So we call this fire log for a reason because our calves are like fire logs. They're stacked, that's the idea. It may be you're lying on your back in a figure 4 position because you've got a knee that flies. And then find that lift again and begin to fold forward. So our movements are generated from the inside, less from the outside. We might say, I said might, that this time in a great deal of seclusion has helped support finding out what really matters to us internally and moving from there as opposed to being quite so driven by what's happening with the people around us. Inwardly motivated. Good, then feel the coccyx, the tip of your tailbone, move towards your pubic bone on the way up like a seahorse. Slowly we rise and left shin down. We begin again. If you're lying back, switch your legs. And then moving from the inside. One of my hopes for when we're all together again, well, here's what I hope for. More real. We are lucky to be in a community where there's a lot of real, more real. More expression of what truly matters. More discussion, open discussion about our individual dedication to working for the greater good. We each have a role to play, and it's uniquely ours. But we get to talk about it. And more appreciation for the littlest things that we might have just not even noticed. Slowly we come up. Let's roll down like we mean it. Soles of the feet on the floor. And pay attention to each vertebrae. Each essential vertebrae. Lying back, palms face up.
And let the breath wash through the body. And let the bird fly away now. Just let the belly completely rest. We might do a little open inquiry this morning as we lie in Shavasana. I am certain that you have encouraged many over the last year. I think it's a beautiful word. It's like equipping people with the courage. Who have you encouraged? Who has encouraged you? And how have we encouraged ourselves? Is our faith in, well, the God of our own understanding, is it stronger? How have we learned to listen to ourselves more deeply? And what practices do we want to continue when we go back out? Practices that support what truly matters. Please feel free to stay here if you wish on this Saturday morning. Or draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Encourage means to hearten. How do we hearten those around us? Watering the garden of our lives, as it were. We roll to one side. And we gradually make our way up when we're ready. Come to a comfortable seat. Yeah, and as we do make our way up, we find the mountain and the seat, and the bird flying up returns. I wish you could hear that. The red-shouldered hawk just returned. It's outside making its sounds. We'll draw the palms together. We'll close with one Om. Inhale. Let's bring the hands to the forehead, right thought. May we be steady, may we be present, and may we be joyful. The hands come to the mouth, right speech. May our words improve upon the silence. And our hands come to our heart, right action. May we be the change that we wish to see. Namaste. Okay, so maybe that was episode 55 or something. And I do look forward to seeing you soon. I kind of know when that is, but I'm not going to tell you yet. Maybe next week I'll let you know, but I will be here next week. And there's a lot coming, isn't there? So I wish you absolute well in your life ahead. And please get vaccinated. Let's think about each other. Everyone. Okay? Okay. I'll see you soon. Take care.